Every week, we come and hear a small section of a particular gospel. This liturgical year, we've been reading from Mark. And we're coming to the end of the year of Mark, just a few weeks left. Next week, we'll be out of the cycle because it's All Saints' Day next Sunday. And then the second to last Sunday in November is Christ the King. So today's section, we sometimes miss the bigger picture when we just read these small sections. And here in Mark, we just are finishing a section that has kind of bookends on it. Several chapters ago, there was a blind man that was restored to sight by having mud put over his eyes, and gradually he came back. And today, we hear the story of Bartimaeus, who is cured. And it's in between those sections that Mark presents what it means to be a disciple of Christ. They're really not dealing with physical sight as much as insight to our understanding. The challenge that is ours is to repeat the call of Bartimaeus. Lord, help me to see. But our request, again, is not for physical healing, but for spiritual insight as to who we are and what we are capable of doing. To request sight is to admit that there may be things that I do not see clearly. This may be a part of me that I may have kept hidden from others' view and may not even admit to myself, except in the rare occasion of total honesty. Lord, help me to see is a dangerous request because we often create a wall of delusion around ourselves which prevents us from seeing things that really need to be changed. Help me to see where I need to make changes in my life. Help me to gather the courage to admit that I have to make some adjustments so that my prayer life, my personal life, my social life will be better than it currently is. In the gospel, Bartimaeus throws his cloak aside. That's a symbolic gesture that he was ready to give up his life of begging. A beggar would spread his cloak in order to collect the coins. And by throwing the cloak aside, Bartimaeus is saying that I'm ready for a new life. And that's what he did by following Jesus. What cloaks do we possess that we need to throw away so that we can experience conversion in life? The cloak of selfishness or self-centeredness? Maybe it's the cloak of holding grudges against others. To ask for insight is a dangerous thing because it might be granted. And once we have the insight, it's my responsibility to take action. Once Bartimaeus gained his sight, he needed to abandon his old ways and follow the Lord. And so it is with us. As we pray together this afternoon, let us ask for the grace and the courage to see ourselves as we truly are, admit our strengths as well as our weaknesses, and ask the Lord to help us make the necessary adjustments in the way that we live. Lord, I want to see.